But the star of today's show is going to be Greg Onoprienko. Many of you guys may already know Greg. Greg is now our regional sales manager in Canada. He's based out of Toronto. Also on the webinar is Herwin Sampson, our technical sales engineer. So any technical related questions, please type up in your chat box and Herwin will get to them. If you have any KeepItSafe related questions, also please type that up in your chat box and I will get to the questions at the very end of the webinar. So without further ado, here is Greg.
Thanks very much, Hassan. And everybody, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to speak with us today. We'll try and make it very worthwhile 30 minutes or so with you. You probably have some awareness about KeepItSafe, but our job today is to make sure that you're completely aware of us as an organization. We want to talk to you about our parent company. We're going to talk about the services that we offer. Some of you are using some of the services, but we want to make sure you're aware of the rest of the services that we have. And we also want to offer a 90-day sneak peek into just what's around the corner for KeepItSafe. We'll handle all questions, as Hassan had said, at the end. So please save them up and type them in your chat box, and we will get to them as quickly as we can. So let's move on. So I just want to introduce myself before we talk about J2 Global. Again, my name is Greg Onoprienko, Regional Sales Manager in Canada for KeepItSafe. Some of you may know me from my previous life, which was President and Managing Director of Sales for Eternity. Eternity was acquired by KeepItSafe late last year. We're based in the Toronto market. Eternity really specializes in business continuity and disaster recovery services. We built up a great cloud backup and recovery business and obviously attracted the interests of J2 Global. And we joined J2 Global in December of last year, along with 3 other Canadian organizations, to make up the first KeepItSafe acquisitions in Canada. So I've come to know a lot of you over the years, and we appreciate you staying with us through this transition. And for those of you that I haven't spoken to or haven't met, I look forward to doing so in the coming weeks and months. Let's talk about J2 Global, because J2 Global is the parent company of KeepItSafe, a real success story in the technology business. J2 Global is a worldwide organization. As you can see, 12 million customers in over 49 countries, 6 continents. We're approaching $600 million in revenue in 2014. Not a small feat for any company. We're a publicly traded organization. The stock is trading at $50, hundreds of millions of dollars of cash in the bank. And we're about a solid of a financial success story as you'll find. J2 Global is comprised of a number of different divisions. So some of you may know J2 Global from our eFax business. We're the world leader in electronic faxing, and that really was the focus of the organization for many, many years. Maybe some of you are eFax customers already. But there's a lot of different products and divisions that make up J2 Global. As you can see across the bottom there, eVoice, FuseMail, which is hosted mail. Campaigner is an email marketing service. KeepItSafe is obviously us. OneBox is a centralized conference call service, and Ziff Davis is a media division. So all of those divisions make up J2 Global. Again, very successful track record, 18 consecutive years of growth, and KeepItSafe is the up-and-coming kind of shiny new kid on the block for J2 Global. Let's talk about KeepItSafe. And some of you are familiar with us, but let's round out the picture for you. All right, KeepItSafe is one of the fastest growing cloud backup companies in the world, with 20,000 customers, presence in 9 different countries. We're a real success story already. Again, we weren't in Canada before October of last year, but already J2 Global has made 4 acquisitions to add to the KeepItSafe portfolio, more to come, plus the organic growth that we're experiencing. Just to give you an idea of the type of growth that KeepItSafe is seeing, in 2010, our annualized revenue was $1.7 million. In 2014, we're tracking at $55 million. So if that's not explosive growth, I don't know what is. But what does this mean to you? KeepItSafe is growing, and it's in the tens of millions of dollars. J2 Global, obviously, in the hundreds of millions of dollars, approaching $1 billion. It means we've got a lot of financial resources to invest in our business, in our technology, and in our support, and that obviously directly impacts the quality of service that we can deliver to you. KeepItSafe delivers fully managed and monitored cloud backup and restore activities. So we're one of the few service providers out there that really takes full responsibility for all those activities. A lot of our competitors will offer more of a self-service portal, or they may assist with different activities if the going gets tough. But really what differentiates KeepItSafe is that we take full responsibility for all those activities. So if you do have data that needs to be restored or systems that need to be brought back online, it's really an email to us or a phone call to us, and our engineers will literally take over the entire process, and they will not quit until your data is back or your systems are running. In addition to that, we've got an excellent reseller program. Maybe some of you have come to us through our reseller network. Again, the headquarters for KeepItSafe globally in Hollywood, California. In Canada, we've got a J2 Global office in Ottawa and a KeepItSafe office in Mississauga. Our objective in Canada is very simple. We aim to be the leading cloud backup and disaster recovery service provider in the Canadian market. So a lot of you are probably already familiar with that. In the cloud backup space, really the market is comprised of a lot of smaller local service providers. And in some cases they're regionalized, but in no cases are they doing it coast to coast and doing it effectively. With the exception of maybe some of the telcos like a Bell or a TELUS who do offer a backup service to all of their customers in Canada, none of them are really succeeding. It's not a real successful focus for them. So really this is an opportunity here for J2 Global and KeepItSafe to really step in and fill that void and become the dominant provider in Canada. That is certainly our goal, and we are investing constantly to make sure we achieve that objective. The next slide really talks about our commitment to the Canadian market. Some of you may have seen the press release that we put out in April. It talks about us realizing this goal. Hemi, who's the CEO of J2 Global, and Jonathan, who's the Managing Director for KeepItSafe, both understand this opportunity, and as you can see from their quotes, they're extremely committed to succeeding in Canada. Please, if you haven't already, if you haven't read this press release, log on to our website and find the press release and read it. You'll have a much better understanding of why the Canadian market is so interesting to KeepItSafe. So you know where our offices are located, but let's talk about where our data centers are, because that's probably the most common question I've had over the last 6 months about KeepItSafe is, you know, the fact that it's a U.S.-owned organization. People are concerned that their data is going to travel into the U.S. And I can fundamentally tell you that the data that is stored in Canada will never leave Canada. We've got 2 data centers, one in the Toronto market, which is actually located in Mississauga, and the second is a Vancouver data center. And these data centers are redundant to each other, so they do fail over to each other. The data is stored in many, many different places, so it's always secure. But I can tell you that these are world-class facilities operated by CenturyLink, which is a big telco out of the U.S. CenturyLink bought Savvis, which was a global data center service provider. Both organizations have spent billions of dollars on their data centers globally. These are some of the best facilities available. They've got all the security, all the redundancy, all the connectivity that you would expect in a world-class data center. And if you're local to the Toronto market or the Vancouver market, we're happy to walk you through and take you for a tour. If you can't quite get there, then we can also send you some marketing documents and collateral to follow up and explain some of the features and functionality that exist in those data centers. But rest assured, from a facility perspective, they're the best data centers in the country. And from a technology perspective, these are on rock-solid platforms. Your data is safe at all times. To give you some comfort around our customer base, again, KeepItSafe wasn't in Canada a year ago, but through our acquisitions, we've acquired some really strong, loyal customers. The logos on this slide are probably household names to you. What it means is that these organizations have all entrusted us with their data. We've done a good job for them. Most of these customers have been with us for years. And although KeepItSafe is new in Canada, through the acquisitions and relationships and people, we've really been managing this business for over a decade. So there's a lot of trusted relationships that remain with us. So we talked about the company. We're about to go into the solution overview now. So again, if you've got questions, please save them up, put them in the chat box. We will get to them. The company first. We'll talk about the solutions, and the sneak peek is still to come. So let's look at the service portfolio. Really, the KeepItSafe portfolio is comprised of 3 different solutions. The one that most of you are going to be familiar with is the KeepItSafe online backup service, which is a service really designed to back up the customer data, keep it safe and secure within our data centers, and restore that data to you in a disaster situation. The key point here being is that we're restoring the data back to the original location or a different location of your choice. But in the event that you need something a little bit more advanced than that, and you actually want to be able to fail systems over to run from other technology, we recommend KeepItSafe DR, which is the next service. So it's a step up from the KeepItSafe online backup service. What KeepItSafe DR delivers is the ability to either fail over and run your servers from our on-site dedicated device, or you can run your servers from our cloud and operate from our data center temporarily until you fix and get back on your feet at your own location, and then we would resync it back to you. All right, that's the added functionality that KeepItSafe DR brings. The third service is called KeepItSafe Mobile. It is dedicated to protecting the data on your mobile devices, your phones, your laptops, your tablet computers, and it is not quite available yet in Canada, but it is coming soon. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you some more information towards the end of the presentation on KeepItSafe Mobile. Let's take a minute out and just cover that KeepItSafe online backup service. Again, this is the one that most of you are going to be familiar with. There's really 2 different versions of the service. One is more aimed at the SMB market and is priced accordingly. The other one adds a lot of extra rich functionality and availability, and it's more of an enterprise class data backup service. But both of them fundamentally operate the same way. At the customer site, we install the software. For the SMB version, we're installing software right onto the server devices themselves. For the enterprise version, we're actually installing one of our dedicated hardware appliances, and the software resides there. We complete that very first backup and install the data into our vaults in our data centers. And from that point on, we only back up the changes from the day before. So, we're concerned about not bogging down your networks and your internet bandwidth. Only the changes from the day before get backed up. Before that data is transmitted, it's compressed and deduplicated, and most importantly, it's encrypted. So it's always encrypted in flight and at rest. You hold the keys to decrypt your data. KeepItSafe doesn't have access to your data. We don't want access to your data. You need to keep those keys in a safe place so that only you can get access to your own data. All right, so it's always encrypted. It stays safe and secure in our facilities. In the event that you actually need to restore data, we got a few different options for you. First of all, we're going to try and restore data locally whenever possible. So all of the data remains with us in our data centers. An extra copy of that data will remain back on site. And wherever possible, we're going to restore locally because it's faster and easier to restore it over the local network. In the event that we don't have the data locally, we're going to send it back to you over the internet, provided that the file is small enough. In the event that we're talking about hundreds of gigabytes or terabytes of data, we're not going to attempt to push that over the internet. What we're going to do in that situation is download your data to a hard drive, ship it to you on a drive, and once it arrives, you're going to contact KeepItSafe, and we are going to grab control, and we are going to stay engaged until that data is back or your systems are up and running. We do not quit until the job is complete. We manage all aspects of that restore process, remember. So you contact us, we log in, and we take it from there. We don't quit until your data gets back. That's the online backup service. Let's talk about KeepItSafe DR. So this is for the requirement where you can't quite wait hours or a day or two to get your data back for drives to be shipped back and forth, etc., you need near instant access to your systems. KeepItSafe DR will do that for you. And how it works is we would install a dedicated hardware device on site with you, and that device is capable of actually running your virtual servers in a disaster situation. So what happens in this situation is, in a crisis, your systems are crashing. You would contact us, phone us, or email us, request that we fail over your servers to our technology. We would ask you a simple question: would you like us to fail over your systems to our on-site dedicated device, or would you like us to fail over your systems to our KeepItSafe cloud? There's no extra charge for either option. All right, this is all part of the packaging and the pricing. So depending on the severity of the situation, if it's just a hardware failure on your side and you're okay to keep running from your location, we would probably run your systems from our on-site device. But if you've had a site failure, fire, flood, the data center's been compromised for some reason, then we can definitely fail over into our cloud. Your users would connect in with us, and you would run until you get back and organized on your side. All right, that's KeepItSafe DR. A little pricier than the KeepItSafe online backup service, but as you can understand, delivers a lot more functionality. Herwin is going to explain how the service and support works now. So Herwin, over to you.
All right, thank you. What we pride ourselves here on is being a fully managed and monitored solution for your daily backups. Our engineers, who are fully trained and certified, scrub the daily backup logs on a daily basis to make sure that your backups are running optimally. If there's a change that we can make to make them run smoother, or if there's an issue or something that we need to resolve, we'll go ahead and resolve that straight away with you and your team. We offer 24/7 support. We have support teams all over the world, and if you call us, you will get a live answer, and we can help you resolve your backup issues. Any emails that you send to our support address will be answered within the same business day, and usually your phone calls are answered within a few minutes. The proactive reporting, as I said, you'll get a call from us if and when there's an issue with your backups. We'll be able to resolve that straight away, again, with you or the customer themselves, and we'll make sure that your backups are running smoothly. Our data centers are also ISO 27001 certified. And here, we're committed to making sure your backups are running smoothly from the initial installation all the way through daily backups and any restores that you'll need. We'll go ahead and handle that for you. And the way we do that is when you call or email us, a ticket is created in Salesforce. We'll track that ticket and make sure that the issue is resolved as soon as possible. We actually, again, we look at the daily backup reports for all of these accounts and make sure that they're all running correctly. And if there is an issue, we'll contact you first. And how do you get a hold of us here at KeepItSafe? Well, that's easy. Actually, there is a support address, which is support@keepitsafe.ca, or a toll-free number that's listed there on the screen. Please email us or call us with any and all questions or concerns that you may have. And included, you can get a hold of our account management team or marketing team through those mediums as well. And lastly, you actually should be hearing from your dedicated account manager if you have not already. So you have that single point of contact there as well. And with that, Greg?
Thank you, sir. In the home stretch here, folks, let's just take a few minutes out and talk about what's in store for the next couple of months. It's on. First up, let's talk about invoicing and reporting. Most of you have arrived to us within the last 6 months via one of the acquisitions. And as you can appreciate, there's a lot of different invoicing systems and reporting systems, and we're all trying to consolidate them onto the single KeepItSafe platform. If you've had any challenges over the last few months, we apologize. We're working on it. We're aware of it. It's important to us that we get this right. We ask you for a little more patience over the next 30 to 60 days, but I assure you that there's a team working on this right now. Our goal is to get the invoices in a format that makes sense to you and that you can deliver the information that you're accustomed to seeing. And we're also looking at improving those reports wherever possible as well. So again, we're in the home stretch. We're aware of it. We're working on it. Just sit tight with us a little bit longer, please. We hear you, and it's important to us. Second thing is, because of our explosive growth, we are adding more staff. So you've probably met some of the KeepItSafe staff already. We're adding to the account management team in Hollywood constantly. So if you haven't heard from an account manager yet, you will very, very shortly. They will be your single point of contact and can get you the information that you're looking for or access to resources that you need. We're also adding to our technical support staff. So again, as we grow, as we acquire more companies, and as we grow organically, the support demands on us increase. We're constantly interviewing and adding staff to it because it's our commitment to you to make sure that we manage your expectations properly. The third point is the amazing new mobile service, and you're going to hear about this within the next 30 days. Hassan, let's just go to the next slide here. This is going to launch late July, but just to give you a sneak peek at the mobile service, again, this is designed to protect your mobile devices. As you can all appreciate, everybody these days is bringing their own phones and tablet computers and laptops to the office. The days of the IT department dictating what devices get used are long gone. People are just bringing their own devices and expecting them to work with the corporate network, and you know, there's a lot of fuzzy management guidelines that are in place right now. Well, it's our goal to help you manage those remote devices more effectively. So we're introducing KeepItSafe Mobile. All right, this is a service designed to not just back up the data from your phones, laptops, and tablets, but also provide you with remote management capabilities and security so that you can ensure that those devices are operating properly, that they are protected, and in the event of theft or loss, your corporate data is not falling into the wrong hands. There's a lot of features and functionality that are built into this service here. It's priced on a per user per month basis. We're going to be very aggressive with the pricing on this. If you'd like information in advance, if this is important to you right now, please get in touch with us. We'll get you as much advanced information as we can. The official launch date is late July for this, so once it launches, we'll be in touch with all of you, I assure you. But this is a really exciting product for us. We're expecting to have a lot of success with this because everybody's asking for it right now. Everybody needs help managing their remote devices, so please stay tuned. And that's the end of the slideshow. We are happy to stick around for the next several minutes and take your questions. Again, we're here to help you better understand and better work with us, so please ask away. We'll do our best to provide you the answers.
Thanks, Greg. All right, so it's Hassan again. Please type in your questions in the chat box. We'll be spending a couple of minutes, as Greg said, going over those questions, and hopefully we'll be able to answer all of them. If not, and you think of questions at a later time, you can email us at support@keepitsafe.ca, and we will be sure to answer them absolutely. First question. This is for Greg. Is this the same service that you had through Eternity, and now it now has a new name, or is it a new service?
Excellent question. So thank you very much. So Eternity provided, the online backup service that Eternity provided was based on an Asigra platform. Asigra is the name of the software platform that we use to back up and protect that data. And that is the KeepItSafe Enterprise Online Backup Service. Okay, so there's a few different technology platforms that KeepItSafe uses for those services, kind of under the covers. But to answer the question, yes, Eternity provided one of those services. It has now become the KeepItSafe Online Backup Service for Enterprise.
Thanks, Greg. Second question. This is probably for Herwin. And the question is, if my backup has a problem, then the KeepItSafe support team will take care of it. I mean, people can't afford to be down, can't afford for the data not to be backed up. So that's a question directed towards Herwin.
Yes, absolutely. We are looking at your logs again on a daily basis, and you should be hearing from one of our engineers shortly on whatever issues you may face.
Okay. What does fully managed and monitored mean and consist of?
That is our team of engineers scrubbing your daily backup report logs to make sure that your backups are running at peak efficiency, making sure there are no errors, no warnings, anything that we can do to make them run better. We'll go ahead and do that for you straight away.
Perfect.
The other thing too is, you probably mentioned the ticketing system, but again, all tickets are when you email us, it automatically triggers a ticket to our Salesforce system, and that ticket is our entire support team can collaborate on that issue. So if we need more people involved, more engineers to get involved to solve those issues, the whole support team has visibility to it. We operate around the clock, right? It's a 24/7 support team. So we've got support teams based in Canada, we've got support teams in the U.S., we've got support teams in Europe. So between those three countries really and time zones, we cover all the bases here. So it's we're very thorough with the ticket resolution.
Thanks. I think that's about it from the questions perspective. Again, if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to email us at support@keepitsafe.ca. Do check out our website, keepitsafe.ca, for upcoming events and future webinars and other such events. Once again, my name is Hassan Ali. I'd like to thank you for attending this webinar. We greatly appreciate it. And any questions, support@keepitsafe.ca. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to you joining us at a later date. Thank you.